everybody. We got a big card lined up today, Slcw Showdown. Main event's going to feature the Japanese phenom, Misaki Yamako, defending her title against Danny Koyman. But right now we're going to start out with a non-title preliminary match. I'm going to throw it down the spike path.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. First up from Prague, Czech Republic, Navatar Sky Tower. His opponent, Albuquerque, New Mexico. He is the Slcw champion, Booger Shan.
Well, Spike, here we go. We're starting off with a big match. Heavyweight champion of the world, Booger Shan, going up against Navatar Sky Tower, the new phenom. He's from Prague, Czechoslovakia. Well, actually the Czech Republic now, so this should be interesting. I heard some big reports about Navatar coming out of the Czech Republic, and we'll see what he can do here tonight.
Well, he didn't show any love to me when I announced him, so I pretty much am no love for these two.
Well, it's a tough one to pick between these two. We got a non-title match here. The belt won't be on the line, so we're not going to see a title change today. It's a 10-minute time limit for this preliminary match, so let's see what we can do. And we got Booger Shan and Navatar locked up in the middle of the ring here.
These two seem to be equal in strength. I haven't seen any change since the lockup.
No, it doesn't seem to be going one way or another. Pretty evenly matched in the strength department. And they break it up to move on to something else. Sparky Keenan's keeping a close eye just to make sure of that, and the champ delivers a big right hand.
Well, you know what? I actually don't blame Navatar. For the past few weeks, Booger Shan has been playing dirty, and I've been keeping my eye on him for the past few weeks. But their strategy is they haven't done much so far.
Well, we got a 10-minute time limit, so they don't have a whole lot of time to feel each other out here. We're already into the second minute of the match. And
there we go.
Navatar starting to go to town here. His style's a little bit unorthodox, but that could be related to his Czech Republic training. And here's an early pin attempt. Just barely got the 2 count. That may have been a little bit premature for a pin.
Navatar just wants to get the match over with. I can't really blame him being a rookie going up against a world champion.
Well, this could do wonders for his career, of course. A big win in your debut against a world champion. It wouldn't get any better than that. But it looks like Booger Shan has other things on his mind as he gets back into the ring. And Sparky tells him to get back at it.
Well, nothing's going to stop Navatar. He is talking trash to Booger Shan. To me, he better watch what he says, because he's definitely going to get it.
Well, of course, we've seen a lot of newcomers get burned by that tactic, but we'll see what happens here as they lock up again in the middle of the ring. Navatar and Booger Shan a little bit slow, feeling each other out here. And we're already up to the 4-minute mark of this match, 10-minute time limit. And now we got Booger Shan fighting back with a couple big right hands. And another right. You can see they're starting to take their toll on Navistar. That's a heavy right hand that Booger Shan's throwing.
Oh, there we go.
There he goes. He finally got going. He's laid out in the middle of the ring there, and it looks like he's in a fair bit of pain.
I think I may have sparked something in Bogershan there.
May very well have. He's starting to look a little more spry on his feet here as he's sizing up Navistar Sky Tower. We've reached the 5-minute halfway mark of the match, and a big clothesline by Booger Shan. And we got the crowd really getting on the champ here, and it's starting to get to him psychologically. It's starting to really eat at him.
Oh, come on. You really want me, Booger?
And now the champion issues the challenge to my co-announcer, Spike Papp. It looks like Booger Shan is all over the place. He's really got to focus at the task on hand here. He's got Navistar Sky Tower in the middle of the ring. But it's been a pretty even bout so far. I can't really tilt it one way or the other.
If Bogershan's going to issue a challenge to me, then just wait till our Inferno match. I can't wait to get in there.
Well, certainly the world champion has been acting a little bit strange these days. And now he puts a big headlock on Navistar. He really got it cinched in there. You can see the veins popping in his head. And referee Sparky Keenan asking him if he submits, but he's still hanging in there strong.
But he's got heart, I can tell you that.
He is. He's really holding on there. And he's going to have to really rebound here. The champ's starting to take it to him. The big DDT there. And the question is, can Navistar hang on? He looks like he's in a world of trouble here. And now Booger Shan goes for the pin. We got a 1, a 2, and he kicked out just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. Well, Sparky gets a rough go, and there's a big backbreaker. Folks, I just got word from the timekeeper. We got 2 minutes left in this bout. And that's not a lot of time for Navistar to turn this thing around. And a pin attempt by Booger Shan, a 1, a 2, and another kick out by Navistar. Navistar really hanging in here.
Well, he's got to get used to it. It's going to happen at some point. Right now, you just got to concentrate on your opponent because you don't have that much time left.
Well, that's it. I just got word from the timekeeper. 60 seconds left in this bout here. 60 seconds. And it looks like Navistar's trying to fight back to get the last minute pin. Non-title match once again, folks. But still, what a way to kick off your career if you can beat the world champion. And he's doing everything in his power to gain the victory here. And we're down to 30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining in the opening contest.
Navistar really thinks he's a tough guy. He's asking if they're going to hit him.
That's certainly an unorthodox tactic. Look, a big shoulder block. The problem is we're down to 15 seconds. He's got to try to get in there for the pin. 15 seconds left in this match.
He's got to get down there and pin him.
And it looks like this one's going to end up in a draw. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. There's the bell.
Too late for the pin.
And it's just a little bit too late. This one's going to end in a time limit draw. This one is going to end in a time limit draw.
Shouldn't have delayed that pin. He was standing up all that time, but you got to give him credit for lasting 10 minutes with the world champion.
And look, these guys don't want to give up on the action. They're still going at it.
They don't want the match to end. They want a winner.
And Sparky Keenan calls for the bell. He wants to get these men back to the dressing room as both men make their way back to the locker room area.
Man, the sense security back there, they may continue their fight from back there.
Well, let's hope that it doesn't spill into the locker rooms. Coming up next, now this is an extraordinary match. It's a non-title match, but it's Devastation Inc., which has a new member now, Catherine Blackadder. Well, folks, we're just about ready for the next match, but I just received a report from backstage. Apparently, Booger Shan has manhandled some security guards, and Navistar is back there destroying the place. It's just coming down that there's going to be some fines levied here, 5,000 lindens to each competitor by Commissioner Alvin Chris, and there could be more to follow. Folks, coming up next, it's going to be a great match. We got Paula Wilcox and Catherine Blackadder going up against Robert Chris and Jamal Travis.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. First up, the team of Catherine Blackadder and Paula Wilcox, Devastation Inc. And their opponents, the team of Jamal Travis and Robert Chris.
Well, Spike, here we go. The new Devastation Inc. in the ring here. Catherine Blackadder has joined Paula Wilcox. Of course, everybody might be wondering, where is Rude Spiker? Well, it's been a wild week here at SLCW. In fact, Rude Spiker has been arrested while vacationing in Mexico. He's been caught with some illicit substances, and right now he's down in Tijuana sitting in a jail cell. So, unfortunately, he's not able to continue on with Devastation Inc., and we got Catherine Blackadder in taking his place. So, tag team champions, another non-title match here. Paula Wilcox and Catherine Blackadder.
You may think that this may be a one-sided match, but you better watch out. Catherine and Paula are powerhouses.
Oh, Travis in the ring kind of heckling Paula Wilcox. That's not really a good idea. And Paula lets him know. And there we go. What a way to start the match. A little boot to the breadbasket. And Jamal Travis quickly finding out why they call Paula the Pitbull.
And unfortunately for him, that was before the bell, so it's legal.
It's legal, and now we got Robert Chris in there. Maybe he's looking for a little boot himself. And we know Paula Wilcox will be all too happy to oblige him. And they lock up in a lock here. Jamal Travis making his way back to the corner. Looks like we're going to start out with Paula Wilcox and Robert Chris being the legal participants in this fight. A foot and a half. There is a huge size difference, but we all know the power that Paula has. And look, she's putting that big arm bar on him, and you can almost hear the arm popping.
Sounds like size doesn't matter for this match.
No, size doesn't matter here at all. These are two of the most skilled ladies we have in SLCW. Of course, Catherine Blackadder, she's a top contender for the women's title. Now she would love to hold both the tag title and the women's title. That would be history made right here in SLCW. Speaking of the women's title, well, it's going to be on the line a little later. Misaki Yamako going up against Danny Koyman, and that should be a great match. Well, that is true. That is true. Unfortunately, we don't have any word on when Rude will be getting out of that Mexican jail cell. The only report we have from the Mexican authorities was that he was caught with illicit items. They wouldn't specify, so it could be anything. But he's in a little bit of pickle down there in Tijuana, so we got Catherine Blackadder stepping in.
As a matter of fact, here she comes now.
And here comes Catherine Blackadder. Of course, she's got that biggest fan club in SLCW, and it's no wonder you can see the skill and agility from Catherine Blackadder. And she gives a little growl for fans at ringside, and they really eat that up. And we got Robert Chris and Jamal Travis having a tough time in this match here, folks.
They may be mind-boggled by their strength.
I think that's what's happened here. As you mentioned earlier, I mean, just to have a look at these guys, you might think that the size difference, you know, that Travis and Robert might have the advantage here, but that's certainly not the case. That's certainly not the case at all.
And I believe I should mention this, while Rude Spiker is in a Mexican jail cell, I must also mention that he still has that broken arm, which is still healing up faster than I quite expected.
Well, we'll keep all our fans up to date when we get more word on that situation. Right now, we got Jamal Travis getting in the ring, and certainly has his hands full with the Tino Paula Wilcox and Catherine Blackadder. Now we got Blackadder going up to the top rope, and a big moonsault.
But it missed his target and hit the ref.
And again, Sparky gets in the way. He's just doing his job, but he seems to be a lot of times in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
How many times has this happened to him now? This is like the 5th time.
Yeah, he's the hardest working man in SLCW. We have to take out extra insurance on him. He's on the ground again, and that's not stopping Catherine Blackadder from going to work. And she's going back up to the top rope. And she goes flying down on Jamal Travis.
Robert did what he could to block that, but of course he's not the little man.
And we got Sparky in the ring. He's holding his back. It looks like he's backs out again. I don't know if that'll prevent him from counting. And look at this big pile driver by Catherine Blackadder. That's her specialty. We've seen it many a times. And this could be lights out for Jamal. Here we go. Well, wait. Uh-oh. Sparky. There's a count. No, Sparky's over. John with Robert Chris. And then Paula Wilcox with a big drop kick. She came running over and kicked him right off the apron there. Jamal Travis is still down in the middle of the ring. We've got the action flying fast and furious now. I think Catherine's the legal person in the ring, but it looks like Paula Wilcox is going to lock up with Jamal Travis.
Did she even tag up?
What do we have here? Another pile driver. Oh my, this must be it for Jamal. You can see he's out cold pretty near. He's just twitching a little bit. And another drop kick by Paula Wilcox. Look at these girls go to work. This is why they're the heavyweight champions, Spike.
Yeah, they definitely have the strength.
I mean, they're trying to do something in here. They're just getting destroyed by Blackadder and Wilcox. It's a clinic in there. And it looks like another pile driver coming up. Wow, this is the third pile driver. That's the kind of stuff that'll end your career. Oh my goodness. And then Paula Wilcox going to work in the other corner. Here's the pin. A 1, a 2, and there it is, 3. A big 3 count, and that was what a show. What an amazing display. There's no other word for it.
I'll be surprised to hear that Jamal and Robert don't have concussions.
And Sparky Keenan calling for the medic, and I don't blame him. Wow. What a show of domination that was.
And that's my cue.
And of course, house doctor Spike Papp, he's not only the announcer, he's the house doctor, and he's going to go check on Jamal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's Championship. First up, the challenger from Hollywood, California, Danny Koyman. Oh wow. You look great, Danny. And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan. She is the SLCW Women's Champion, Misaki Yamako.
Well, here we go. Women's Heavyweight Championship is on the line here. Misaki Yamako up against Danny Koyman. It should be a classic match. Danny Koyman, the #1 contender, and there's Sparky Keenan showing that belt to the fans. That's what it's all about. That's the biggest prize there is in Second Life right there. Women's Championship. And there's not a whole lot between these two competitors. Misaki Yamako and Danny Koyman, both very, very skilled. So this should be a great contest. Senior referee Sparky Keenan's going to be keeping things in order in the ring. And there's a 60-minute time limit. First fall wins the title. Championship match, folks. Big main event. It doesn't get any better than this, as Misaki Yamako, the Japanese phenom, locks up with Danny Koyman in the middle of the ring. And don't let Danny's good looks fool you. She is very, very tough in there, and she is pretty ruthless. She's not going to let any opportunity slip by to become world champ.
If there's any men watching this, I'm sure that they don't really care. They want to see Danny in action. Woohoo!
No question. She's a popular one around here at SLCW. And right there, she delivers a beautiful drop kick to Misaki Yamako. Perfectly executed, and she's taking the fight to the champion here.
Danny's going to have to work hard because Misaki does have good endurance. She's had very rough conditioning.
No question about that, and Danny Koyman's really looking good, but she's got to keep it up. As you mentioned, the conditioning is just absolutely unbelievable by Misaki Yamako, and a big splash off the top ropes here. Oh, but Misaki comes back with a counter. That's you can attribute that to the Japanese training, how she just bounced up, and that was nothing short of amazing.
But what can you say about Misaki? She's had a lot of training, and she knows what to do when she's in the ring.
Well, that's true. Just when you think you might have her down and out, she always finds a way to bounce back. And big DDT by Misaki Yamako. And now she tries for the pin. A 1, a 2, and a kick out. 2 count. And it can change just that quickly when you think you have the momentum and have things working for you. The champ, Misaki Yamako, can turn it around just like that. And there she goes, flying off that top rope. She's known as a high flyer, and it showed there in another pin attempt. A 1, a 2, and Oh, she just got out in the nick of time there. I thought that was it. She just kicked out very, very, very nearly a 3 count.
But you better look at the bright side. She's in total control of this match.
Well, that's for sure. Wow. This is really a fast-paced match. Just when you thought Danny was looking good, Misaki comes flying back, and she had a near pinfall there. And she really has Danny Koyman on the ropes here.
Whoa.
Now Koyman fighting back with a big right hand. And a big boot to the solar plexus. And she whips her off the rope, and a nice drop toe hold there. And Danny Koyman showing some of her skill now.
Well, she has competed with Misaki before, and she is familiar with Misaki's tactics.
She is, and that'll be a little bit advantage that she's familiar with her. And she grew up in Hollywood, California. She actually trains out of Hollywood. And a lot of people are thinking, well, you know, how serious can the training be in Hollywood? But there's a lot of nice weather down there, so they're out training 7 days a week. And now Danny Koyman with a near pinfall.
Most of the stuff you see in Hollywood are pretty much just stunts, but this is real.
This is the real deal right here at SLCW Showdown. Again, folks, we'd like to remind you, every Wednesday noon, Second Life Time, SLCW Warzone. That's going to be our new weekly show. It should be great stuff. It's going to be actually hosted by Navistar Sky Tower.
Well, Navistar is only a rookie here, and he already gets his own show. Wow.
He already got his own show. How's that for moving through the ranks? He had a fight with the champion and his own show. And speaking of putting on shows, Misaki Amako here, showing why she's the champion. A very, very competitive match here with these two girls. Not much between them at all. It's been a close battle. And here's a big scoop slam by the champ. And a pin attempt. A 1, a 2, and another kick out just in the nick of time. That can't look like it might have been a little bit slow. Sparky Keenan still feeling the effects of getting knocked down earlier. And you can see the crowd's getting on him a little bit here. I have to agree with the crowd on this one. It seemed like it was a little bit of a slow count, Spike.
Sparky may have been paying too much attention to Danny's looks.
Wow, that could be too. And wow, big drop kick by Danny Koyman. Sends Misaki flying through the air. And what do we got going on here? Misaki grabbing her up off the canvas. And now Koyman with a big DDT.
I'm sure the fans are debating how to choose him, by Danny's looks or Misaki's skills.
And there's a 1, a 2, oh, that was nearly a 3 count. We nearly had a new champion there, Danny Koyman. Well, she's got the looks, but you have to give her credit. She is putting on a great show here tonight. She is showing some real skill and grit and determination. The champion trying to find a way to get back in this match, and a big DDT by Koyman. And it has to be said that the champion is down, and here's the pin, a 1, a 2, and I think we got, no, 2 count, a 2 count. I thought we had a new women's champion there. Whoa, talk about kicking out in the nick of time, and Danny Koyman has to be thinking to herself, what else do I have to do to keep her down?
Well, she has to try something new. Misaki did that quite a few months ago when she won the women's championship against Catherine Blackadder.
It's going to take something special to keep down Misaki Amako. Whoa. And now she's back to her feet and she sends Danny Koyman for a flip.
Her head's got to be hurting by now.
Wow. Back and forth action, SLCW style. And an arm drag by Misaki. And one by Danny. They're just trading them back and forth.
They certainly got the endurance. This is amazing.
Incredible. And
I think we got a submission hold.
We got a submission hold by Misaki Amako. It's that Japanese backbreaker. We've seen her use this a few times. And wait a minute.
She got it.
And there, she gave out. That's it, folks. She submitted. Danny Koyman couldn't take any more. It just proved to be a little bit too much, that Japanese backbreaker. And Misaki Amako retains the women's championship. And poor Danny Koyman, she's really holding that back.
For the guys that were rooting for her, sorry, looks don't make it here on SLCW.
Well, she put on a great show. It was a fabulous match here. The championship caliber for sure. And the fans were treated to a terrific main event here tonight.
Well, there's going to be a lot more from Misaki as she continues to carry that championship. The question is, who is next to go against her?
Well, who's next in line? Of course, we have so many contenders lining up. We got Catherine Blackadder, we got Carmen down there, and of course the Pitbull, Paula Wilcox. There's no shortage of contenders. Everybody's coming to SLCW. They want a shot at the champ. This is the place to be. Second Life's premier fighting promotion right here. Well, folks, this concludes another great episode of SLCW Showdown. We'd like to thank the folks at Metaverse TV for making this all possible. If you want to check out the show, go to www.metaverse-tv.com. And this is Ivan Halfpoint on behalf of Spike Pap signing off.